Wait! Before you buy a house in Las Vegas, make sure you don't make this big mistake. So recently, we were hired by a client to sell their home in the community of Aliante in North Las Vegas. On our first call, they shared with me they had moved here a little over a year ago from Washington State and bought a home in Aliante, only to later learn that they had made a huge mistake. Not because they didn't love the home, and not because they didn't love Aliante. The problem they later learned was with the husband's commute to the airport. You see, from Aliante, there is no north-south direct route. You have to travel west on the 215 over to Highway 95 to then travel south, or you have to travel east on the 215 over to Interstate 15 to then travel south. The problem therein lies is then you have to go through what we call the spaghetti ball, which is a tangle of converging highways close to downtown Las Vegas. Only then to travel on I-15 down along the strip, and with daily heavy traffic and construction delays, it was taking him an hour, sometimes more, to get to the airport. They explained to me that they found the home that they purchased on Zillow and that they had contacted a local agent to help them with the purchase of the home. I asked if that agent had discussed with them what the husband did for work, or what their lifestyle was, or given them any advice at all about where would be the best part of town for them to live, considering the need for the commute to the airport once or twice a week. The agent had not even brought it up with them. In fact, they said in hindsight, it seemed like the agent was only concerned with the sale. But after consulting with us, we ended up listing their home in Aliante and got it sold. They then bought a beautiful home in Green Valley Ranch in Henderson, and now they are absolutely ecstatic. The husband's commute to the airport is less than 15 minutes. They love their home, they love the neighborhood, all of the amenities and the surrounding great things to do in Henderson, like the district, the multi-gen center there in Henderson. The kids are absolutely in love with their new schools. And the schools there, by the way, are some of the best in the city. So as you can see from that story, it's very important to match your lifestyle to an area first. You have to be intentional in your search and not just fall in love with a house. That's why we always counsel our clients by diving in deep and learning about their lifestyle and what's important to them first. And while we're talking about being intentional, if you haven't already, then subscribe below and hit that bell icon for notifications so you'll be the first to be notified when we have a new video out giving you everything you need to know to make an informed choice when making a move to Las Vegas. And if you are considering a move here to Las Vegas, we are licensed realtors here in the state of Nevada. See this number on the screen below? Pause the video and write that down. Call us, text us, email us, or schedule a Zoom call. Me and my team would be more than happy to help you find the perfect home here in Las Vegas. So speaking of a Zoom call, so many of our clients, when they first reach out to us, the first thing they always ask us is, where's the best part of town to live? Well, as we've said before, it really depends on your lifestyle. That's why we always suggest scheduling a Zoom call with us. So I wanted to take a minute and explain to you what to expect on that Zoom call. On the Zoom, what we're going to do is we're really going to take the time to get to know you. We're going to do a deep dive into your lifestyle and what's important to you and the things that you like to do. Then we'll start to get a better idea of which part of town we think is going to be a good fit for you. Then we'll share our screen and pull up a map of the city. In real time, we can show you the different areas of town, what they have to offer, and what there is to do there. Then we can even pull up the MLS and start to look at some homes in those areas of town, really start to show you what those parts of town have to offer, what your budget can buy you, or maybe not buy you in that part of town. It really is the best way for us to help you, so don't be afraid to schedule that Zoom. So a big part of our process is understanding your wants, needs, and desires. So here are a few things that we're going to go over to start to understand more about you and what really is important to you. First, what are your jobs? Do you have a need to commute somewhere? Do you travel for work like our client earlier? If that's the case, understanding traffic patterns are going to be a big part of our goals. So second is your community in your neighborhood. What's close to your house that's really important to you? I know for me, I love to cook, so having a grocery store right down the street is really important to me because I go all the time. We have very close to our house a Trader Joe's, we have Whole Foods, we have Sprouts. Those are the types of stores that I go to. My Smith store that I go to is right down the street. Very important to me to have a really nice grocery store. So if that's important to you, we need to keep that in mind. What about other things like your bank, the dry cleaners, your gym, hiking trails, biking trails, walking trails? What about a dog park if you have fur babies? If those are the case, we know the neighborhoods that have the best of those. So third, maybe you're retired and you're interested in an active adult community. With all of their activities and amenities, Las Vegas has some of the top active adult communities in the country, and we're experts in these 55 plus communities. In fact, take a look at this video that we just did on the top 5 active adult communities in the Las Vegas Valley. So maybe you're a foodie and dining out is your thing. Maybe you're into shopping and great stores are what you're looking for. There are parts of town that have awesome restaurants and really great shops. Other parts of town, not so much. So we'll help point you in the right direction. So if the great outdoors and all that nature has to offer is what you're into, Las Vegas and the surrounding area has some amazing places like Red Rock Canyon, Valley of Fire State Park, up at Mount Charleston, out at Lake Mead, just to name a few. So if nature's what you're into, we can help suggest the best places in town to give you easy access to all that nature has to offer. Are you a young professional that craves the energy and nightlife of the Strip? If so, maybe one of the high-rise condo towers would be perfect for you. Most of these towers are located on or adjacent to the Strip, boasting valet parking, top-notch fitness facilities, tons of amenities. These high-rise towers would be perfect for a young professional who loves nightlife. Maybe new construction is important to you. There are certain parts of town where the majority of new construction is being built, and we're experts at representing our clients in new construction as well. Always remember, you need to have representation when buying a new home. The salespeople working at these new home developments have a fiduciary duty to the builder, the seller, not to you. We know the ins and outs of new home construction, and we consistently negotiate much better deals for our clients. So if new construction is important to you, we need to be your go-to agents. What about an HOA versus no HOA? Many homeowner associations can be very strict and honestly a little over the top sometimes. But what comes with that is the comfort of knowing that your equity and your value in your home is going to be protected because the neighborhood is being taken care of. It also gives you the comfort of knowing that your neighbor's not going to be able to paint their house purple. But maybe you don't want those restrictions. Maybe you'd like to be able to do whatever you want with your home. Maybe you have an RV or a boat that you would like to park on the side of your house, but many HOAs don't allow that. If having no HOA is important to you, we know which areas of town have a lot of no HOA communities, and we're more than happy to help point you in the right direction. Maybe finding a sense of community is very important to you. Maybe you have kids and helping them find new friends is top of mind. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and finding friends for both your kids and yourself is super important. If that's the case, we know awesome neighborhoods that are very family-friendly and family-focused. Many of the master plan communities have awesome parks, playgrounds, community swimming pools, community centers, opportunities for meetups and other community activities. So if family focus is what you're interested in, we'll help point you in that right direction as well. Speaking of kids, if you have kids, where they're going to attend school is going to be very important to you, I know. It's critical for you to do your research and due diligence and look into the different schools in the different parts of town. We're not allowed to steer in any way, so we can't tell you a whole lot about the schools. But the best way for you to do your research is on websites like greatschools.org and niche.com. Also, don't rule out looking at charter schools and private schools as well. Charter schools are kind of a hybrid between private and public schools, and they have become very popular because they don't have the same type of zoning restrictions that limit you into where you can live for your children to be able to attend. Las Vegas and Henderson also have some amazing private schools as well. So do your research on schools, because where your kids go to school is very important. Lots of moving parts when it comes to relocating to a new city. It's just not as simple as here's my budget and here's the kind of house that I want. So many people make that huge mistake of buying a house they found online only to later learn that they don't like the area. Then they have to start the process all over and sell that house then probably moved to the area they should have chosen in the first place. So if you're considering moving to Las Vegas, it's never too early to reach out to me and our team. We'd love to help you through the entire planning process, and we would love to help you find the perfect home here in Las Vegas. Also, if you want to know more about moving here to Las Vegas, then click on this playlist right here and watch our other videos about living and working in beautiful Sin City. So until the next time and our next video, we'll see you around town. Bye-bye.